Hi everyone. Today we have come up with a new scenario based question, and in this scenario based question we are going to remove the duplicate from the string. So as you can see on the input part we have a string which contains some numbers like 1 2 3 4 4 5 6 2 7 1 8, and we need to remove the duplicacy from this string. Also we need to sort the data. So on the output side, you can see we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a sorted data, and also the duplicacy has removed. So let's see how to do this in SAS. Now we'll be trying to solve the problem that how can we remove the duplicates in a string and sort the data. So as you can see on the screen, we have I'm creating a new data set with the name test, and the variable name that I'm using here is the ID, and the same string I'm using here, the one we had discussed on the Excel sheet. Okay, so let's just simply run it and let's see how does it look like. Okay, so it's looking fine. The name is test. So how are we going to solve it? So first thing what we will do here is that if you'll see, I'm here like simply copying the data from the test data set to the test one, right? And I'm applying the do loop here where the iterator is the I, which is starting from the 1, but when it comes to that till like how many iteration it is going to take, for that part I'm considering the ID variable. So inside the ID variable you can see I have applied the compress function, and for the second parameter I have mentioned the comma. So it will simply remove all the commas from that string, right? As you can see here, so it will remove all the commas from this string, and after then we'll be having only the numbers there, those characters. So the length will calculate the numbers, like how many total numbers are there, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So 11 would be the length of that string. Now using the scan function, as you know, in the scan function we have three parameter. The first parameter will be the variable name. The second parameter will be the chunk that we are going to pick, and the third parameter will be the delimiter, and the value is the new variable that I'm creating. And with the help of the output statement, I'm simply putting that output into the test1 dataset, and end is used to for ending this do loop. So let's run it. Let's see how does the output look like. Okay, so you can see here that same string that which we had seen previously. The numbers are now we can see vertically, so it's going like up to bottom. So this thing we have done now the next step would be uh, the sort. So, like as we all know, what happens in a sort part, that proc sort is we usually in a SAS make use of the proc sort. So for in a proc sort is generally used for the sorting the data, but also we can use it to remove the duplicacy. So here we are simply taking this data test1, and we are creating this new data set final, and we are using no dupe key. So in case of no dupe key, we have to mention the column name into which we want to remove the duplicates. So we have only one variable value, so we'll be simply mentioning here the variable the value part, right? So let's run it. Let's see how does the output come. Okay, so we can see now like out of those 11, three, I think, yeah, three of them have removed because those were the duplicates. Now we have only these numbers, and also these are like in ascending orders. So the next step that we'll be going to do here is this one. So here I am copying the data from the final data set into the final one, and also in the set statement you can see I have used this AND option, which is basically create a variable. Like I have created a variable EOF here, which will represent the last row of that data set. Okay, Along with that, I'm also using the retain statement for val variable, which I'll be creating in this data set. And basically, the retain statement will be holding the older data in the val variable. So that is why I have made use of the retain here. And after this, in row number 49, you can see I have made use this underscore and underscore. So underscore and underscore is the automatic variable, right? So it basically represent the the row number simply you can say. So the logic that we have here defined is something like that. For the first row, we need to copy the value whatever the value info is there, we need to copy it into the val variable. And for rest of the variable, as I have mentioned here, if n and if underscore n underscore is not equal to 1, that means 2 3 4 5 excluding 1, all the records for that part will be using these two statement. It will be executing these two statement. So at row number 51, we are simply doing the concatenation, right? The value, like for the next row, the value part will be concatenated and the comma will be added into it, and then val, the previous val will be added into it. So retain statement will be working out over here, right? In the end, like before running these two, let me run it like simply like this. Let me comment it out. Let me run it out like using this. Let's see how does the data look like. Okay, it has, okay, I think this one is happening because of val1. Okay, let me copy this one as well. Okay, let's see how does it look like. Okay, now you can see here when I'm not using these two things. Okay, so how is the result? So result is something like this. So these are the values in our data sets, and this is the val variable which we are creating. So for the first record, it simply copied the value info into the val, and then it will keep on, like with the help of this cats command, it will keep on like concatenating all the numbers, the next record numbers in the previous result. And as you can see, for the val part, it is holding the older data. Like here it is holding 1, here it is holding 1 2, here it is holding 1 2 3, here it is holding 1 2 3 4. So this is why I have made use of this retain statement. So because we want this data in the ascending order, not in the descending order, so that is why I made use of this statement, right? Let's see, let's me uncomment this statement. Let's see how does it look like. Okay, so I'll run it. So you will see now we have val1 and the numbers are in ascending order. Okay, but I only need to see this last digit, right? This last row basically, and even for the last row, I just want to see this result. So for that part, I've simply like used this statement as I mentioned earlier, that AND option is used to create a variable to represent the last row of the data set. So I'm just simply written EOF. So the AND record will be and then I'm using the output statement. So it will be only showing me the last record, like this one record, eighth record, and I've also kept here like in the keep statement the val1. So if I'll run this, you will see the our desired output. See, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So as we had discussed, we have got our output. So in this way, um, you can solve this question. There could be different way of solving this question. You can uh, write down your way of doing your way of solving this question in the comment section, so everyone will get the idea that how many different way we can apply for these type of for these type of scenario based question. So thank you guys.